All right, back out on the DT 100 here. I'm gonna pull the headlight off, pull the gas tank off, and take a look at this turn signal relay. Also, I only have like a low beam, I think, no high beam. And the horn seemed like it was wanting to do something. So I'm gonna take a look at what we got going on inside the headlight there, wiring wise. I believe that's the pink wire going to there. I disconnected it off the horn. And yeah, get after that turn signal relay. All right, so this diagram on the back's kind of jumbled up. I'm not seeing this rectifier in here. So I went further into the book here. We got this, says Rectifier Stanley. It's got a number. I think the wires going to it might have got switched here. Not 100% sure, but when I was doing the resistance check, it was checking backwards of how this checks. I was getting no resistance with it hooked up red lead to the meter, you know, your positive, and then the black. So the rectifier's white. I wasn't getting any readings, but if I switched it around, I was. So has a better print in here. I'll look this over real quick. All right, so I checked the wire, the battery to right here. This is a rectifier. We got her white. I was looking at these colors, they're like GW, GR. Coming to the color chart. Again with this book. I just started ringing out wires, just going off of. All right, over here in our wire color area, you know, green is, you know, GR, then you got, you know, that's G/R, which I would assume would be green red, but you know, there is no, there's GR, R, green red. It's kind of this chart here, wire color abbreviations, and what's on the diagrams don't match, is what I'm saying. They kind of contradict each other, but I'll get it figured out. It's not very, checking resistance here, not too difficult. Well, I ordered a 2-prong relay. Come out here and start looking at it more. It's got 3 wires, but yeah, there, it looks like the red has always gone to the top and the white's always gone to the bottom. Like I said, though, I'm doing the meter, it's checking backwards what the paperwork says. I guess I'm gonna pull it out, flip it around. It looks like somebody's did a repair on there, and I'm suspecting that's what happened. Maybe it got swapped. Got a screwdriver, let's take it out. So this is a newer item. This is not the, I think the Stanley they're calling for here. It has a LP2 on it, and I thought, that's molded in there like that. I thought maybe it was a repair there. You can see our diagram on there. Let's see here. Back to the color chart. Don't need the color chart. Where's it? That's for the testing of it. And there's the meter there. All right. Where's the wiring diagram? I just have it here open. There we go. Here we are. So yeah, red was on that side. White was on the other side. But like I said, when I tested it per the way they got it worded, it's testing backwards. But it's testing. All right, I mentioned how this book sometimes not the greatest. So look at that picture. We're testing this to, what are they calling it? rectifier diode, you know, that's your, if you look on the wiring diagram, it's your diode symbol right there. Yeah, the meter's got the setting too, but meter's not the greatest either. We'll just leave it at that. But check the resistance. So if you look at the picture here, the normal should not swing. Got it? Check the normal connection, normal direction. All right. Nothing. Swap them around. Alligator clips would be great right now. Got a reading. Again, the value's goofy, and suspecting it's a meter. Or it could be this thing. Did see these on eBay when I looked up that, just, you know, DT 100 rectifier, and a bunch of those came up. Went to the description to see what it would say about resistance, and maybe it's my phone's not working well or not. I don't know. It never loaded the description to give a description what they would be. Look that up later. That's where that lives there in the frame, just forward of this flasher. See if it makes this thing tick. Over to the bench here. Well, I pop this thing open, expecting to maybe find, you know, nasty corrosion or something, but that thing looks pretty good. You know, just from the general looks of it here. Yeah, it looks new there. All right, let's check it out a little further. All right, got our brown from the battery, come down, crossed, down over here, flasher relay. I just got it hooked up, you know, right directly to the battery. We got the brown and white right here after the flasher relay. Heard it do a click. Verified by here. It blew a fuse earlier too. That didn't help me. Kind of had me scratch my head, but I verified. We got 6 volts here, here, and here, black and then brown. I'm gonna check the black, white, and brown here. And it's staying at a solid 6 volts, so that's kind of why the flashers weren't. It's not flashing, I guess. It's not clickety click click clicking. I did order a 2-wire one, so yeah. Take a look on the internet again. For some reason I was thinking this was yeah, clearly looking at it now, yeah. All right, so much for that. Well, it appears the pink's going to the pink. Everything seems to be where it should be. You know, I thought maybe there was some stuff mixed up there, but why I got no high beam or low beam, I only got one beam. Don't remember which one it is. Yeah, could be playing with the wiring, I think, for a little bit, waiting on that flasher relay too. Being there's 2 prongs, I'm guessing just power going into it and power blinking out of it. But that's it isn't showing it en route yet, in my luck with ordering parts online. I canceled the brake switches on me. They're not coming. So I got to source some of those. I think I'm going to try local, see what I can do. Getting real tired of the internet. And that's it for today. All right, back on the DT 100 out here. No, we're not doing the Rectifier spreader. Did score a 6-volt flasher relay from Napa. Only auto parts store in the area that had something like that, 3-pin job. See how it works out here. All right, you can see the AC's got the headlights, tail light, meter lights. Goes into that. Remaining lights, horn, That'd be our turn signals. There's our flasher relay. Doesn't go into very good. Excuse me. Looks pretty basic there in that picture. There's a little thing I drew up off the internet. Picture you can find, and you can see the X and the L and the P. This one's labeled a little different. It's got a B and an L. Either way, we're gonna hook it up this way and to the battery and see what we get. All right, same scenario. We got 6 volts coming out of there. I'm gonna stick it on the bike, see what happens. Electricity is not my strong point, but I mean, I can use a meter and whatnot and wire stuff up, but I would think that the flasher relay would be opening and closing or something with the voltage. I just stick it on there and I get my solid 6 volts like it was with this other one. Stick it on the bike, see what happens, I guess. All right, real quick, here's the relay I'm using. I do got a 2-pin coming. On eBay it says it's for the bike. I figured I'd pick this up locally for I think it was 12 bucks. Figured it was worth a shot. It's physically smaller, so I'm gonna wrap it with some tape. I took that boot off the top of the wires there. I'll wrap it up with some tape to get it to fit in its rubber holder. All right, got the wires hooked up. I think it was in there a different direction. I had to do a little customization right here to get those wires to kind of fit happy in there. Then I pushed down a little bit on that terminal right there, just keep stuff happy from chafing. Stick the tank on it, battery in there, fire it up, see what happens. Actually got to make a little plate for that 3-wheeler. So, gotta get this up and out of the way. If this doesn't work, see what happens when that 2-prong relay comes in. Also, real quick, if you can see in there, I had only a high or low beam, either or. There's an element burned out in there. Got some new bulbs. So get a bulb in there. Now see how the headlight goes. Very cool. All right, back out here on a DT 100. Got a brake light switch here. Some of the stuff's still not jiving. I can get both elements to light up on the tail light, playing with some wires, playing with the brown, the green and the yellow, and the red. So, as you can see, I got brown there. Goes down and around, gets me to that green and yellow, gets me my stoplight. All right, let's try to get that working as best we can here, and get moving with this. Check that out. That was rubbing there at one time. All right, so got it going there. Need to clean it up, but LED bulbs, see what they look like. Splice that up. Alright, got those all spliced up. Gonna go clean it up with some good old-fashioned electrical tape. Show you that LED bulb here in a minute. Alright, here's the LED I stuck in there. You know, it is 12 volt. And I'm down to regular 12 volt incandescents. No more 6 volts in stock in town. Yeah. Go fire it up. Show you the wiring. I just taped it up. What else? See how bright it is without the lens, and then see how bright it is with the lens. Hold it in the shade a little bit. That's all buttoned up there. I'm gonna tuck that back in there. Thing does start nice and easy. Throw the lens on there, might be better than incandescent. See. Alright, got that cleaned up pretty good. Maybe take a look at that power wire. For now, search for a 6 volt incandescent there. Got another auto parts store. All right, it's gonna wrap it up for now. Want to get with the deputy on the numbers ran, and you know, I gotta do a surety bond and whatnot, get it titled. I gotta get some screw-on mirrors to one of the levers, or I'll just slap an M-Go clamp style one like I do on the BSAs, and realistically a horn and a mirror, I'm good to go once I get it plated. So yeah, it's going to be it for now, I guess, for a little while. See how it goes, running around the neighborhood this summer, whatnot, and yeah, have a little fun with it. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Take her easy and have a good weekend. Later.